Getafe is a city in the south of the Madrid metropolitan area, Spain, and one of the most populated and industrialized cities in the area. It is home to one of the oldest Spanish military air bases and the Universidad Carlos III de Madrid. Within the city is the Cerro de los Angeles, or Hill of the Angels, a site considered the geographical center of the Iberian Peninsula. Getafe is located 13 kilometers south of Madrid's city center, within a flat area of Spain's Meseta Central in the Manzanares River basin. Getafe's proximity to Madrid fostered industrial development during the 20th and 21st centuries. The city's industrialization led to an increase in population, reaching 170,115 in 2011. Due to its industrial and social networks, the majority of residents work or study within the city. The increase in population led to the construction of numerous access roads, an increase in available public services, and the creation of new neighborhoods at the end of the 20th century. Etymology. During the Middle Ages, a number of villages were located in the present-day area of Getafe. One of the main villages was Alans, which was very close to the current urban center. In 1326, the villages united themselves into one town, situated on the royal road that linked Madrid with Toledo. This new town was called Getafe, a name which came from the Arab word jata. It is assumed that the name Getafe referred to the royal road, which also served as the town's main street. The town's name evolved over time, from Getafe to Getafe to Getafe to Getafe to Getafe. History. The history of Getafe can be split into three clearly defined eras. In the first era, which lasted from prehistory until 1326, there existed distinct villages in the area, though Getafe itself did not exist as a municipality. The second era lasted from the 14th century until the 20th century, during which Getafe was established as a town and developed slowly. In the third era, which began in the 20th century and continues to the present day, Getafe changed in nature from a small agricultural town to a large industrial city, with a noticeable increase in commerce, industry, population and size. Origins. The presence of humans in the area of Getafe dates back to the Lower Paleolithic period. Various stone tools, pots, and bracelets from this period have been excavated from the banks of the Manzanares River. The Romans dominated the Iberian Peninsula from the 2nd century BCE until the 5th century AD. In the 3rd century AD, the Romans constructed a villa called La Torrecilla, whose ruins are still visible on the banks of the Manzanares River. The area was subsequently overrun by a series of Germanic tribes, including Suebi, Vandals and Visigoths, and the Indo-European Alans. The area currently encompassed by the Getafe municipal district was invaded by the Moors in the 8th century. King Alfonso VI conquered the villages of the area in 1085. In 1326, the inhabitants of the villages moved closer to the royal road connecting Madrid and Toledo, in effect creating a new town, Getafe. In that same century, the primitive hermitage of La Magdalena was built, only to be destroyed several centuries later. Modern age. In 1492, famine and disease devastated Getafe, prompting the construction of the Hospitalio de San Jose in 1529. In 1549, the architect Alonso de Covarrubias began building the Iglesia de Nuestra Señora de la Magdalena, which has since become the cathedral of the Diocese of Getafe. The church was built on the foundation of the old hermitage, and in 1610, a new hermitage was built on the Cerro de los Angeles. The College of the Escalier PIAs was founded in 1737. In 1763, King Charles III ordered the construction of a new road connecting Aranjuez to Cadiz, which passed along the foot of the Cerro de los Angeles. Napoleonic troops occupied Getafe from 1808 to 1812. A train line connecting Madrid to Aranjuez, and passing through Getafe, was inaugurated in 1851. Contemporary age electric street lights were lit for the first time in Getafe on the 22nd of December 1897. The Getafe Air Force Base was permanently established in 1911, followed by the School of Civil Aviation 2 years later. King Alfonso XIII inaugurated the first monument to the Sacred Heart of Jesus on the Cerro de los Angeles on 30 May 1919. In 1924, Construcciones Aeronáuticas S.A. built its first factory in the area. That same year, Juan de la Cierva's Autoguira was flown for the first time from the Air Force Base. Due to its proximity to Madrid, Getafe underwent an industrial revolution at the beginning of the 20th century, resulting in the city's conversion from agricultural city to industrial city. Industrialization also prompted a rapid boom in population, starting in the 1950s. In 1956, John Deere established a factory in Getafe, and a year later, Siemens AG followed suit. The city was forced to create the neighborhoods of San Isidro, El Burchal, Juan de la Cierva, and Las Margaritas in the 1970s in order to support these new industries. In 1961, the Canal de Isabel II began to provide water to Getafe. The first local democratic elections occurred in 1979, after the ratification of the Constitution in 1978. In 1989, the Universidad Carlos III was founded. The Sector 3 neighborhood was constructed between 1979 and 1988. The Getafe Norte neighborhood was built during the late 1990s. The El Burchal neighborhood is currently being expanded. In April 2003, Madrid Metro System's Line 12 opened, linking the Madrid region's southern population centers with the capital. Heraldry. The coat of arms of Getafe is divided vertically into two equal halves that represent the two most important characteristics of the municipal district. The left half contains a heart in the center of a Latin cross, representing the Sacred Heart of Jesus, a reference to the Cerro de los Angeles. The right half contains a repeated pattern of airplanes representing the aeronautical tradition of the area and referencing the nearby Air Force Base. The Royal Spanish crown tops the coat of arms, and symbolizes Getafe's loyalty to the Spanish monarchy. Politics and government. The current mayor of Getafe is Juan Soler Aspire or Bigallo, of the People's Party. He removed of the power the former mayor, socialist, who had held this post since 1983. The most popular political parties in the area, other than the PSOE, are the People's Party and the United Left. Getafe has always had a large working population, and left-wing groups, especially the PSOE, have traditionally been very influential. In the 2007 Spanish regional elections, the PSOE elected 13 town councillors, PP 11, and U3. Other political associations were not able to muster enough votes to receive representation. Local elections occur every 4 years, along with the autonomous election. The next elections will be held in 2011. Cabinet meetings are composed of 9 councillors, 7 from the PSOE and 2 from IUS. The municipal corporation is made up of 27 members, detailed previously. The cabinet is presided over by the mayor. The Getafe City Council is divided into a number of different focus groups: treasury, wealth and social security, urbanism, civil action, and management of waste disposal, cleanliness, the environment, and the home. The council holds sessions every month, in addition to frequently held special sessions, in which councillors debate various topics and problems which affect the municipality. Getafe is at the forefront of the struggle for workers' rights in local industry. The most important trade unions in the city are the Workers' Commissions and the Union General de Trabajadores. Both unions have branch offices in Getafe and list many local workers as members. Geography. Physical location: Getafe is located in the southern zone of the autonomous community of Madrid, Spain, in southwestern Europe. It is physically located in the center of the Iberian Peninsula, north of the southern submeseta, in the Manzanares River basin. Its elevation is 610 to 640 meters above sea level. Its coordinates are 40 degrees 18 N, 3 degrees 43 W. The municipal district is 78.74 square kilometers, with a perimeter of 46.5 kilometers. The easternmost part of the municipal district is located within the Parque Regional del Sureste, a protected forest region. Distances: due to its central location within the Iberian Peninsula, Getafe is no more than 725.6 kilometers from any Spanish provincial capital in mainland Spain. Relief: the municipal district is mostly flat, with a minor inclination of 5% to the east and an elevation of 631 meters above sea level. The lowest altitude can be found to the extreme east, at the Manzanares River at 540 meters. The highest elevation is found on the extreme west, on Buena Vista, a 704 meters hill which sits on the border between the municipalities of Getafe and Leganés, some 12 kilometers south of Madrid. The hilliest area, the hills of the Marinosa, is located in the southeast and has a maximum elevation of 698 meters. In the center of Getafe is the Cerro de los Angeles, or Hill of Angels. Pine forests have been planted at the feet of these hills to deter the erosion of the soil. Hydrology: a number of rivers and other natural waterways pass through Getafe. 9.5 kilometers of the Manzanares River passes through the easternmost parts of the municipal district. In the south, 16.5 kilometers of the Culebro waterway winds its way across Getafe. And in the southeast, 2 kilometers of the Filipinas Gully descent from the hills of the Marinosa. There are 2 man-made canals, one on each side of the Manzanares River. These parallel canals provide water for cultivated land further from the river. The lakes or perils are 2 kilometers east of the Cerro de los Angeles, and are some of the only undisturbed natural lakes left in the region. For this reason, the lakes are part of a protected area to preserve their natural state. The Culebro waterway and the Filipinas Gully boast heavy water flow during the winter and little to none during the summer. In contrast, the Manzanares carries water year-round. For that reason, Getafe is considered to be within the Manzanares River basin, except for a small portion in the southeast which is a part of the Jarama River basin. Borders: the city of Getafe borders the following municipal districts. To the north, Villaverde and Vallecas; to the east, Rivas-Valle Madrid; to the southeast, San Martin de la Vega; to the south, Pinto; to the southwest, Fuenlabrada; to the west, Leganés. Climate: the climate of Getafe is continental Mediterranean and is influenced by urban conditions. Winters are cool, with temperatures dropping below 10 degrees Celsius during the day, and frequently below 2 degrees Celsius at night. Getafe averages 3 to 4 snowfalls per year. Summers are very hot, with median temperatures above 25 degrees Celsius in July and August, and with maximum temperatures which often reach 35 degrees Celsius. Daily temperatures oscillate within range of 10 degrees Celsius. Precipitations are regularly distributed throughout the year, excluding the dry summer months. The rainiest month is October, with 50 millimeters of rainfall, and the driest month is July, with only 9.4 millimeters. Average yearly precipitation is around 365 millimeters. One of the major problems of Getafe's climate is air pollution, which increases noticeably when the wind blows south or southeast. The average annual temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, with the highest temperature on record listed at 41.6 degrees Celsius on 24 July 1995, and the lowest temperature recorded at -12 degrees Celsius on 5 February 1963. The average relative humidity is 71%, average pressure is 1015.8 millibars, average number of daylight hours per year is 2,850, and the winds blow predominantly from the northeast. Extreme weather conditions, such as hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, and tornadoes, never occur in Getafe thanks to its climate and geography. One common problem in the interior of the Iberian Peninsula is drought, which occurs whenever precipitation ceases during various months. Flora and fauna. The native vegetation of Getafe is characteristic of the Mediterranean forest biome, consisting mostly of holm and cork oaks. Native flowering plants include those of the genus Cistus and the common broom, though these species are not abundant. This native forest and underbrush only occupies 16% of the surface of the municipal territory, mostly in the hills of the Maranhão and further east. The shores of the Manzanares River and Culebro waterway contain deciduous trees and reeds. Some areas have been reforested with stone pines and Aleppo pines. These areas include the Cerro de los Angeles, the Prado Acidinos, part of the hills of the Maranhão, and part of the park in the Sector 3 neighborhood. Common trees in the parks and streets of the city are the horse chestnut, the acacia, the elm, and the stone pine. Other less common trees include cedars, cypress, Aleppo pines, plum trees, poplars, fir trees, and palm trees. A significant population of small birds live within the city proper, including sparrows and pigeons. Larger birds, rabbits, foxes, wild boars, and weasels can be found in the more easterly parts of the municipality. The world's largest population of the common kestrel can be found in the Perales del Rio neighborhood.